Xolani, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Grand Piano Truth. This is our platform.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, it's the new TV show. So no man, you just sang on your side. Introduce maybe the name of your choir, and then maybe also the song that you were doing.
The name of the choir, it's called LKM Voices. LKM, it's my private company. Stands for Xolani Masango Voices. So if you look at my clan name, or is Tagaze.
Yeah.
Masango Tuma Pondelbof. So Pondelbof Masango.
Okay.
So I took that from my company and said LKM Voices. So the choir is made out of students from high school, university, and few from community who are not doing anything. So it's a newly developed choir with a touch of experienced, choristers to influence, the sound.
Yeah. No, but people might be amazed or, Xolani was a conductor of this choir that maybe was at large. Right now he's going to development, which is absolutely great. But for your side, what was the motivation to say maybe I need to start something and start from the ground up?
Okay. The choir that I was conducting last year was on a large section. We had some challenges. Then I requested my colleagues to go and conduct because I was attending to other issues related to music. So early this year I decided that I should have my own choir because the choir that I was conducting is an institutional choir. So during November, December period, it's a bit difficult to get funding, to get people to attend rehearsals because of exams. So there's a lot. So I decided to start my own choir from Soshanguve, knowing very well that if I'm busy with that choir from early January, I'll be able to sustain it all the way until December and have them available for TCMA. Another motivation was that I'm adding numbers in terms of choirs around Tshwane.
No, not even maybe avoiding the issues that are there because to start a choir it's demanding
too much.
Yeah. So maybe what advice, because we still need choirs in Tshwane, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So what advice can you give to maybe that person who's sitting at home and thinking, I just want to give back, or I want to also maybe develop and do this the same way that you're doing it. What advice would you give to them?
It's simple. Look, two things: PP, patience, and passion. Once you are not patient in terms of building, you're going to struggle. Because you will enforce results where you are still in the process of developing. And also, if you're not passionate about what you're doing, it's going to be difficult because number one, you need funds. And if you don't have funds, if you don't have sponsorship, it means you have to dig deeper into your own pocket. If you don't have support from friends, colleagues, it's going to be difficult. But once you're passionate and you're patient, I would say it's easy then to make it. That's the advice I would give people. If you're not patient, you're not patient enough, then don't. But if you are, then go for it.
Do it. And then for me, because I look at your work, did you get maybe any motivation working at CNFF, maybe working with other voice types that you're not used to? You said Mara. I think maybe I can develop something of this nature because maybe you were used to working with like much more cleaner and more experienced voices, but working with younger kids, how has that maybe changed your perception?
CCNF also has influence in my decision because I looked at the project that we did. We had 1,000 singers on stage, starting from the lowest grade all the way until to senior choirs. And I looked at the passion that conductors had. I looked at how he was conducting the figure group, the passion that he had, and the way the students and the adults were responding. It was a motivation for me and said, okay, if these people are able to do this, why can't I have my own slightly different to what they did? So CCNF, to be honest, also had an influence. And that shift from getting used to sing with experienced singers to like singers who are developing, it's challenging. Because obviously those who are experienced, you move a bit faster. you have less work to do because they are motivated already, they can sing. You just do touch-ups. So with these ones, you have to be patient enough to say, guys, this is how I need door to sound. This is how rhythm needs to move, the patterns. So we explain each and everything. So there's more to do with the young ones that are developing as compared to the ones that are experienced. So that shift for me as well, it was a bit challenging, but because of I'm passionate and I'm patient, I'm able to do it.
No, absolutely. So maybe as a parting word on your side, how maybe because you belong to Tshwane Choral Music Association, in most parts you have also worked with the executive in some instances. So from your side, even starting a new choir, how would you say the association has lifted the burden of maybe funds and other things that might be logistical? Because I think they have some sort of aid that they give. So I just wanted to find out from your perspective, how are they doing and how do you feel about the work that
to be quite honest, TCMA, the current committee, when it was elected, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 2018 or 2019, just before COVID, if I'm not mistaken. I was there when I also, showed my vote and confidence to them. Because I know what they are able to do. So I've been working with them before they were even part of TCMA. That committee, or this committee, is able to assist in every possible way. Because of this is a new choir, I did not want to burden them with my challenges. Because I know that they themselves, they have their own issues, to put together this event, to make sure that TCMA, moves forward. The fact that they were able to provide a bus to the choir, I was more than happy. The fact that they were able to subsidize accommodation, I was happy. With the sponsorship, obviously. So I know that they are able to help whenever there's a need. Because they are developing choirs around Tshwane. They are also taking care of all these choirs. But at some point we need to be realistic. They can't support all choirs with the financial challenges that they have. But what they are able to do for us, for me, I'm happy. The fact that they managed to secure a bus for us to be here for 2 days, I'm happy.
And looking into the music, how do you feel about your performance today?
As a conductor, I don't think I've never met a conductor who would say I'm happy with the performance or I'm satisfied. Every time when you ascend the stage, there's one or two things you wish you knew. You understand? And sometimes during the performance, instead of focusing on the performance, something might come that, that section, instead of doing it this way, do it this way. There's a lot that is happening, but at the same time you still enjoy being on stage. So I would say I'm okay with the performance. I never say I'm happy with the performance, because I know every performance there is something that I could have done
something
better.
New or something that you could have thought of.
Exactly.
And then Madiba the opera, it won't be your first time conducting. You have done it, I'm sure. And looking into this one, not to give away your stuff, but is there something new that you want to achieve with the music now that you would want to explore this time around? And also looking at the new choir, saying, I think this time I can just do this.
When you receive the music and you look at the score and you realize there's a solo part, there's duet, trio, or whatever within the music, you already start to think, okay, the soloist, the baritone that I need here, okay, I need this voice type that suits the character. So I already know, okay, I'm going to speak to so and so to come sing this part.
Sure.
So this time around, I did not do that.
You used your own material.
I used my own material. So I said, okay, let me look at who's in the choir. And I said, I'm going to use what I have. I'm not going to go out and look for a soloist. So what is new with the song is that I did not go out to look for the character or for the soloist. I made use of what I have. Number two, yes, I conducted the song before, but half of the choir, it was the first time for them singing that song. If you remember when they performed Madiba the African Opera at State Theatre, most of these kids were young. It's either they were 7 or 8.
No, that's a long time. We are all day.
And the last time I conducted the song, it was at 2020. Was it 19 or 18?
I think it's 18. I think so.
Right, yeah, inter-campus. Some of them, they were 10, 11, or if not 12. So you understand that they've never heard this song before. Yeah, but it's only for 5 people in the choir. So that's what is new. It's a new material that I'm bringing.
Sure.
The explanation, when I speak of Sbusiso Njeza, the composer, they have no idea who am I talking about. Sure. I just have to show them this, the photo that this is Sbusiso Njeza. You know, and when I talk about Mandela, they know Mandela from media. They've never seen Mandela. You know, and when I say to them, this is what Mandela has achieved in the country. So they are listening to what I'm telling them, but they've never experienced it. So I think that's also one thing that is new with the choir. Everything that we are going to perform on stage, it's new.
Absolutely. No, guys, that was Xolani Masango. Thank you, and all the best tomorrow.
Thank you.
I know that I'm gonna put pressure on you. I know that you'll bring something.